everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rachel's Page Turners. Today is Monday, which means it is Monday Mumbles. If you're not aware what Monday Mumbles is Tuesday Talks. It's my version of Tuesday Talks. And Tuesday Talks is just a Goodreads group where we talk about different bookish topics. I just post on Mondays, I don't post on Tuesdays, which is why my version is called Monday Mumbles. If you want to join in on the conversation, please feel free to check out the link that I've listed for you down in the doobly-doo below. This week's topic is, what do you look for in book design? It wasn't until I joined BookTube that I actually started giving it much thought. Obviously, I had some unconscious preferences, because I know the saying, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but honestly, who actually does that? I obviously prefer my books hardcover, but in regards to book design, I prefer my books more on a matte kind of look. I do, of course, like different colors, but I kind of like them more on a muted scale. I like the designs on my books a little bit more on the simplistic side. I don't usually care for people on the covers. Obviously, there are some exceptions to that, and I just don't like movie covers. I don't know why. I mean, I like them as posters, but for my books, it just feels weird putting a movie cover on a book cover, because it's almost like, hey, if you don't want to read this book, you can always watch the movie. It just feels wrong, and the movie covers are never as pretty as the original book covers. So most likely that just sounded like a ton of nonsense to you, so I figured for this discussion it would be just easier to show you what I like and show you what I don't like than have you try to decipher the nonsense that just spewed out of my mouth. For example, one of the covers that I really love at right now, the Outlander covers, I really like I said, the matte kind of look, and the books just feel like really buttery soft. I love the color, like the dark color and the simple little design on the front. I just think the cover doesn't necessarily have to be in your face to tell you what the book is about. This is another Outlander book, and even though I like the design on it, as you can see, it's really shiny, it's really metallic, and I just don't really care for that in my book covers. Now, these are books I don't like, but I really like their covers. Especially the Twilight books. I just really like the black and the white and the red. I just think that works really well together. And it's funny, the designs don't really tell you what the book is about, but it just looks so pretty. And this one, the colors aren't exactly muted, but at least it's not like the bright in your face versions of these colors. And again, the book is kind of buttery soft, and I kind of wish I can just put the book through the camera so you can feel what I mean. Again, just a simple design that tells you what the book is about. And the back of the book too kind of just tells you, hey, this is kind of where it takes place. These are movie covers. I don't like them. Like for this book, I have it in hardcover in storage, and I actually like the blue and the dragon on the cover, because it tells you, okay, this person is working with dragons. But this with all the cast members doesn't really tell me what the book is about. It just gives this vibe of, okay, there's going to be action here, but nothing that really steers you in that direction. George Orwell, this is paperback, and like I said, I prefer hardcover, but I really like the white and the brightness of the blue here. The eye just tells you that Big Brother is watching you. And again, that same buttery soft kind of feeling. And I know I said I don't usually care for people being on the book covers, but like I said, there's exceptions to the rule. Like Throne of Glass, I really like this color scheme, the blues and the purples, and I think this girl just looks so badass on this cover. I just kind of wish as the books came out, there was a different character on each of the books. Right now, it just looks like it's the same character, and I understand she's supposed to be the main character. She should be on the book covers, but at the same time, since it's a series, I would like to see some variety. And y'all know that I talk about this book a lot. It's my absolute favorite book. I'm not a huge fan of this cover. I mean, I guess it's okay. This isn't my book, it's my partner's, and I guess the cover is okay. The book that I have is in storage, and I think it's a hideous cover. I think it's the one time I looked at a cover and went, oh, this is gross looking. It's, I'll link it down in the doobly-doo below so you can see what I mean. And I think my favorite cover of The Hobbit is actually a book that's owned by my parents. Again, I'll leave that down in the doobly-doo below so you can see what I mean. And I think the only reason that I didn't get into sci-fi earlier, because I don't really like the sci-fi covers. As you can see in this Brandon Sanderson book that I got at the library, just a lot is happening on this cover. There's nothing that really tells you what it's about. Yeah, it tells you that it takes place in another world, and it looks like there might be some, like, there's some sci-fi or fantasy element happening here, but nothing that really draws you in. Ow. I just hit my face. Brandon Sanderson apparently did not appreciate that. And I guess my all-time covers are just the leather-bound covers. I just really like how the leather-bound books just looks old and just looks classic. And I just wish I had more leather-bound books. This explanation is long-winded, but at least you can kind of get what I mean when I say I prefer books more on a simpler scale. I just have simple tastes. What covers do you like? Please feel free to talk about it down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a big ol' thumbs up. And as always, subscribe if you're new. I would love to see you in the next video. Bye, guys!